The idiom cleanliness is next to godliness has origins at least as far back as 17th century Europe, according to word histories. Although the standards of good hygiene at that time were a far cry from what they are today, one might be tempted to assume that the people who lived back then were all doing the best that they could with what they had. The thing is, however, that may not be how it was at all. Let's see what we have to offer you today. Watch complete video to look at some weird celebrity hygiene issues, and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Number 5 is no deodorant. As much as humankind has evolved, one trait we've not yet lost is our body odor. Not all is bad, but some might be better than others, and many in our culture would probably agree that the body odor that emanates from the armpit is one of the least likely to be pleasing. After all, the market for products that mask underarm odor, which, generally speaking, is the result of scentless apocrine sweat mixing with normal bacteria that lives on the skin's surface, is enormous and predicted to only get bigger in the next 4 or so years. But not everyone is buying into the marketing hype that cleanliness requires sweat-free and odor-free armpits, by which we mean that not everyone elects to wear antiperspirant or deodorant. One notable is the actor, producer, author, and possible Texas gubernatorial candidate, Matthew McConaughey. In a November 2020 podcast interview, McConaughey reconfirmed that rumor that he has already confirmed multiple times in the past, which is that he chooses deodorant. As we've come to know, most deodorant's not good for you, McConaughey explained. Other celebrities who choose not to smell like somebody else, as McConaughey puts it, include Cameron Diaz and Bradley Cooper via Esquire. On the other side of the spectrum, we have Kamala Menz, who told in style that she likes to wear deodorant to bed. Number 4 is dislike of brushing the teeth. On a March 2020 iHeart Radio broadcast, singer, actress, and television personality Jessica Simpson confessed that she was not in the habit of brushing her teeth twice a day, as is the recommendation of the American Dental Association. Actually, Simpson confessed she didn't even brush her teeth once a day. Rather, as Simpson said, "I don't brush my teeth." No, really, Simpson added, clarifying, "I just use Listerine, and sometimes I'll use my sweater." The very next month, and presumably just in case anyone hadn't been paying attention to her the first time, Simpson reiterated that she is not exactly a major dental health buff. This time it was on a 2010 episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, and Simpson appeared to be walking back, ever so slightly, the notion that she never brushed her teeth. Rather, as Simpson told DeGeneres, she brushes maybe 3 times a week. Apparently, however, this had not had any effect on the whiteness of Simpson's teeth or the freshness of her breath. At least that is the opinion about her teeth and breath that Simpson, herself, expressed at the time. The last we heard, which was in a 2016 update to a 2010 story from Fox News, Simpson still had not changed her story. Number 3 is shower after shower. Not everyone can be as clean as Howie Mandel. Mandel has been quite open about sharing some of what his obsessive-compulsive disorder has led him to do, including taking shower after shower in an attempt to avoid any sort of contamination. Nor would most of us want to be. But we're thinking there has to be some happy medium, somewhere between Howie Mandel on the one hand, and, say, actress Maria Bakalova, who, in order to get into character for her role in Borat's subsequent movie film, in which she played Borat's daughter, Tudor, who deliberately cultivated some rather strong BO in the name of her art, as she told Collider. When Bakalova did her screen tests for the role, including 2 with Borat for Sacha Baron Cohen himself, she was told, unequivocally, by the production team, "Don't be clean, don't prepare yourself to look pretty or to be glam. Try to not take a shower." At the time, Bakalova was involved in shooting another film, so she couldn't exactly take that advice at first, and not until that shooting wrapped. Until then, Bakalova says she manufactured BO using a super gross mix of banana peels, old eggs, vinegar, old olive oil, and onions. Another actor who may have put his hygiene aside in the interest of getting into character is Shia LaBeouf. According to America Magazine, LaBeouf reportedly refused to shower for weeks to imitate the deprivations of war for his role in the 2014 film Fury. LaBeouf has not denied such reports, and some of his colleagues on that film actually complained so loudly about LaBeouf's personal hygiene that LaBeouf ended up being asked to move to other lodging, away from the rest of the cast, Perez Hilton reported at the time. Number 2 is finger in the mouth. If a sporting event is a nail-biter, that means it leaves sports fans on the edge of their seats. But as legit as that may sound, and as much as we may speak of nail-biting as a common response to nerves, the fact is that chronic nail-biting, also known by its clinical name, onychophagia, can damage the fingers, the teeth, and the psyche, and can introduce bacterial and other disease vectors into one's body. Moreover, a 2020 research paper published in the International Journal of Women's Dermatology suggests that chronic nail-biting is associated, possibly as a causal matter, with subpar dental hygiene, because teeth may become chipped or notched, and gums may become inflamed. It can be difficult to know who out there is a chronic nail-biter, but one celebrity who has admitted to it on repeat is actress Bagot Brewster. "I'm trying so hard to grow my nails, but that third finger is a damn disaster," Brewster tweeted in 2015, along with a photo of her hand, which showed every nail bitten to the quick. So admirable is Brewster's attempt to nip the biting habit in the bud that we can't help but root for her with our custom hashtag, #OneAilitPidge. Number 1 is eating on bed. In his 2007 biographical book about Clark Gable, Tormented Star, author David Brett ended up spending some time discussing the questionable hygiene of the late bombshell who was Gable's final co-star, Marilyn Monroe. In Brett's words, Monroe was flatulent, dirty, and ate in bed. Like Kelly Clarkson, she tended to eschew underpants. In addition, according to Brett, she rarely bathed, slept in the nude, and ate a lot in bed, shoving what was left on her plate under the sheets before going to sleep. Although everyone can be flatulent at times, and sleeping in the nude can be a wonderful luxury and an act of self-care, but eating in bed is just not advisable, according to Mattress Firm. Other celebrities who have been known to eat in bed include Taraji P. Henson, who just last month confessed to Women's Health that not that long ago she woke up with a Cheeto plastered to her face, a consequence of falling asleep in bed while eating a bag. It was her low point, and the moment she realized she was going to have to take better care of her health and hygiene. If you like it, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get weekly videos.